I've got a lot of fun foods that I love to share, especially at Valentine's Day or during the month of February, because it's really fun to be able to do fun things with our essential oils and our food. So first of all, some of the common ones that I like to use are my citrus oils. They really bring out the flavor in a lot of foods. And I'm going to show you how I use some of these. So let me start with some of the things that I've made. First of all, everything I'm going to show you is grain-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free, because to me, it's all about gut health. And if we're eating more for our gut, we'll feel better, we'll look better, we'll have less digestive issues as well as health issues all overall. So these cream puffs, actually, I made them out of almond flour. So I think it's pretty incredible. I've made cream puffs over the years. The fact that we can actually use almond flour in this recipe, I was so excited. So not only that, it has the coconut cream and strawberry filling, as well as our wild orange essential oil, as well as vanilla. We got to get our vanilla back out here because I love adding the vanilla. Here's some place. Yes. The vanilla and the wild orange. So these are great. Like I said, they turned out just like a regular cream puff. You bake them, you slice them open, you kind of take the little doughy filament out, and then you fill them in with the cream and strawberries. And it has a little bit of powdered monk fruit. I always take the monk fruit myself and just powder it in the blender, because sometimes you really need the powdered monk fruit, and you just stir it together with a whisk, and it's great whipped cream. So mashed strawberries is super simple to make. And I add the wild orange and the vanilla in there as well. So these are a super fun thing to make, and they're easy, very easy. And you would never know that they're so easy to make. Another thing that I did was these little lemon cupcakes. And you'll actually, I like to do a lot of molds, a lot of silicones. I baked them actually in these silicone molds. Yes, I baked them. And so again, this is an almond flour and, the coconut cream on top, and then just with the strawberry. And I don't know if you can see this very well, but if you cut a strawberry, slice it. Can you see that? It looks like a heart, and that's kind of fun. So you can see kind of the back side of it. You can see it's a little bit of the heart shape. So front side, back side. Anyway, it's kind of fun to make little cupcakes. And again, all gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, and you can feel better about eating. Anything you could overeat, yes. So don't overeat on it. But these are still better for your gut, better for your health, okay? So then I do a lot with carob. Now, I'm not a chocolate person. I was taken off of chocolate 40 years ago due to breast issues, and my medical doctor told me, give up caffeine the rest of your life. And so I literally have given up chocolate for 40 years. And I turned to carob. So a lot of people don't really understand what carob is, but it's a great chocolate replacement. It's not chocolate. It doesn't taste like chocolate, but it definitely can take the place of it. And I always say, people taste it and they're going, ooh, and I'm going, if you can enjoy, chocolate and strawberry and vanilla ice cream, it's just a little bit different flavor, but consistency and the things that you can do with it are very, very similar. So let me show you some of the fun things that I have done. So first of all is these little peanut butter cups. Now, again, they're in heart shapes. So you can see that. again, I have some molds that silicone molds that I've used for these, and these are kind of fun. So basically, I order my carob chips. They're completely sugar-free, and you'll see right there on it, it says unsweetened. And there's so few ingredients in this, but I ordered these from azurestandard.com. It is a buying club, and if you're interested in a buying club, you probably have deliveries in your area. They ship all over at least the western part of the United States. But anyway, this is a 5-pound bag of the carob chips. I don't use a lot of them throughout the year, except when it comes to holidays. And then I kind of make things because I don't do chocolate. So I love other fun things that I can do. And I've served them today as well as last week, as well as, more this week. And everybody loves them. In fact, most of them will say, I can't even tell it's not chocolate. So all you do is in a double boiler, you put a tablespoon of coconut oil in the top of the double boiler. And then as that starts to melt, then you add a cup of the unsweetened carob chips. And you could do chocolate if you want to do that as well. But then you have to make sure it doesn't get hot. You stir constantly. And once it's almost melted, take it off, because you cannot get it hot. If you get it hot, then it ruins it. So, and then it makes it a really nice carob consistency. You can pour a little bit in the bottom here, about halfway up maybe. And then I do a mixture of actually almond butter and sunflower butter, because I don't use peanut butter either. So I do a mixture of half of these, 1 cup of any type of nut butter. And then I add a 1/3 cup of doTERRA protein and a 1/3 cup of powdered monk fruit. You could do a 1/3 cup honey, and I did that for years, and it worked great. But I did the powdered monk fruit, and it works great too. So 1 cup nut butter, 1/3 cup protein, and a 1/3 cup of powdered monk fruit or honey. And then you're definitely going to add your vanilla. So a few drops of the vanilla in there makes it just really, really nice. And then you chill that, and then you put it down in the bottom, and then put a little bit more carob on top of it. So just so you kind of know what this is, I'll take a bite. So you can kind of see the filling in there, right? So it's really tasty. People love it. Again, at the class today, they couldn't believe this wasn't peanut butter, this wasn't chocolate. They really liked it. So really fun. Now, I also have some other little candy molds that it's kind of fun to do some other things. You can tell I love doing these kinds of things. So you don't have to get all these, but one kind is just fine, but I have different kinds. And you can make other little things like these. These are all the same, and they're kind of like a Nissel's Crunch. And all I did was I melted the carob, and then I added chopped pecans and Rice Krispies, actually the healthy brown Rice Krispies, and some vanilla and wild orange. Stirred it together. Actually, you can put like a tablespoon of like almond butter too. So they're very more hearty and healthy. And this is really crunchy. I just love the crunch in this one. So these are kind of fun. Anyway, these are fun to make. They're simple to make, and people love them. So another thing is being able to do things with fruit. So these are my little fruit cups. And you can see, let me just show you up close. So trying to make sure you can see that with the light. Anyway, these little fruit cups, I actually get another kind of little silicone mold, these little cupcake molds, and they don't do well for cupcakes, but so they do good this way. So what you do is you actually put the carob in there, or the chocolate, however, and then you kind of just roll it around. And you have to make sure, you know, you have to kind of wait until it starts to cool a little bit, and it makes these cups. And then you peel off the silicone, and then you add your berries. I have raspberries and blueberries in here, and then drizzle a little bit more of the carob or chocolate on top. So these are really fun to make, and I love to make these every year. So they're really fun, and they're very tasty. And then last but not least is basically getting your strawberries and dipping them just in your hot carob, or I'm sorry, your carob or your chocolate, and covering these. There's a lot of fun things that you can do if you enjoy doing kind of the dipping. So these are just some of the ideas that I have. There's so many great ideas out there. But at the end of the day, I feel good about serving these to people I come in contact with, because I know they have a healthier content to them. There's no caffeine, there's no sugar, there's no dairy, there's no grains, and they're gut friendly. And then I have my essential oils added to them, which actually are cleansing. They're good for your gut and good for antioxidants, cleansing, alkalizing, all of those things for your gut. So this is why I really do enjoy being able to make some of these things. So yeah, it does take time, but it's definitely worth it. I don't do this every day, so I'm glad to do it on occasion.